Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
All right. Somebody count me in on it. Hey, who wants to count me in? Somebody?
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
3,
Yeah.
2,
Good.
1.
Well done. Yes, g'day and welcome to the Coco Show. Yes, it is kickoffs and kick-ons. Just a reminder at the very top, we now have a headline sponsor. Goodness me, it is unbelievable. And we survived 1 week. They watched it back. Apparently they loved it. So welcome once again to Polo, Ralph, Lauren. It is so good to have them on board. You'll be able to see myself and the boys in the fancy kit again today. We'll get into that. There's a new segment, Match Fit, which we'll go through what we're wearing just so you can get straight online, click and buy it, or you can head to Myer. So they're Australia's largest department store, and you can buy all this kit there, www.myer.com.au. Yeah, you are on kickoffs and kick-ons. It's a show with 3 ex-Wallabies and 1 prodigious second rower who talk all about rugby union. We have a beer and we shoot the shit about footy, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you for staying with us for, this is episode 19 now. It's very exciting. Another amazing week of rucks and lineouts. Oh, goodness me. Wow, it was great. Up north, so many. Too many to count. Down south, wow, the lineouts and the rucks down there were just as good. Lots of professional people playing that 15 men stacks on that we all love so dearly. Now, we have prepared a show. We sit down, we write a rundown, we do everything that we can, we analyse it. I then rehearse. I'll do about 2 hours of rehearsing to get it right. But, just hold on, Gits. But you will never guess what's happened today. Somebody has thrown about a 6'8" spanner into the works. At about 12:15, we're now recording at 1:15. Get a phone call from my old mate Drew Mitchell, and he said, "Prof, is it still bringing all black to work day?" And I said, "Sorry, mate, what are you talking about?" He said, "An old mate of mine is going to come along and he's going to join the show." Former All Black, another World Cup winner. Jesus Christ, this has become the show for that sort of thing. I'll get to that in a moment. You will never believe the guest. On top of that, we have Harry Wilson. He's injured, but those Reds, they take on the Chiefs next week in the quarterfinal. He will have all the goss on what's happening above the border. God, what a show we have lined up. Now, as you know, we normally have themes on this show. I was going to do a whole thing in the intro about it being winter here in Australia now and how it's cold and all that sort of stuff. And so we like to introduce the boys with a bit of a theme. The fact that we were saying winter is coming, winter is here, it was going to be Game of Thrones. Now, will you humour me? We've written them.
I still do it.
Do it. Okay. You're right?
Yeah. Go ahead, mate.
First of all, our Daenerys Targaryen. Yes, the mother of dragons. Has beautiful eyes and blonde hair. A true-born leader. When he talks, people listen and follow. He loves nothing more than burning shit to the ground. Also, he's told me in private that he wouldn't mind giving Jason Momoa one. That's right, it's Drew Mitchell.
Yes.
Next, it's our Tyrion Lannister. That's right, the imp. The most cunning of the group, I'd say. Very, very witty. Always very quick with a retort, and always has a cunning plan. And he loves nothing more than staying in his room and bonding with his many hookers. Like Stephen Moore or Jeremy Paul or Tatafa Pallotta now. Just loves hanging out with his hookers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Matt Giddo.
Matt Gimto.
I've never even seen Matt Gimpo.
Matt
Gimpo. That's very witty for you, Swoop.
It's got to be this
I've
skivvy.
never seen the show, but I do know this little fella. So yeah, appreciate it.
He's got a huge sword, Gits.
He does.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Yes.
It's a compliment.
You've come in hot today.
Yeah, haven't I?
Hey, mate, good news is we haven't done your intro yet.
Yeah, bring it.
Our very own Jon Snow. Very handsome.
Who?
Jon Snow.
That's right.
What?
Yes.
The bastard.
I get the bastard.
Very handsome. The ladies love him. He's good with his sword. Doesn't say much, but when he speaks, it's with great gravitas. Everybody listens. And let's face it, being from the Central Coast, his parents wouldn't have been married. Yes, that's right. Our very own bastard, Adam Ashley Cooper.
Thank you.
Welcome now.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I feel like Drew got the best intro.
Yeah.
You think you got away?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody every week gets away.
Who would you be, Prof? Who would you be?
Yeah.
the ball guy.
Yeah. Varies. Who's the bald guy with no penis? That's me.
So I was thinking, hold on.
Bang on.
Anyway.
Hold on.
I know that.
He was good. Make a good footy player. Okay.
We've got a giant from north of the wall.
Yes. Yes. Now, very late notice. Tommy being Tommy has jumped in and
Oh, has he got give him?
he's
a
given
bio?
him one. Tommy, how long did it take you to write this one?
Yeah, I don't know how good it is. But
Probably about as long as the others. 30 seconds.
Okay, so we have the great Ali Williams joining us. What about, were you just walking around Sydney or what? No, we'll get into it in a sec.
Yeah.
Stand by, Ali, stand by. Here is the intro. Our first guest this week on the Coco Show is a tall drink of Kiwi water. Standing at over 2 metres tall, this line-out pinching protagonist played over 70 caps for the All Blacks, but he wouldn't look out of place shining the glass and dusting the paint for the Tall Blacks. Love it. Although this fella had a decorated rugby career that includes several Bledisloe titles and a 2011 Rugby World Cup win, this bloke is well known for enjoying the fruits of his labours off the pitch. Whether it be donning a bikini in the depths of winter, wearing only 1,000 beers for warmth, drinking Viagra-laced celebratory beverages, or writing a best-selling cookbook, this guy certainly knows how to have a good time. So please welcome one of the greatest second rowers rugby has ever seen. Auckland's lanky larrikin, Toulon's tipple tester, and a man that enjoys being stiff whilst having a stiff drink. It is the one and only Mr. Ali Williams. Very good, Tommy.
Oh, very good, Chief. I like that. I like that. Far out.
So,
Is this a proper show?
as in, what do you mean?
Yeah. Define proper.
Do you mean?
Well, I've done nothing but laugh, mate. This is magic. Do people actually listen to it? They should, shouldn't they? You guys are quite good. What? It's obviously none of you clowns that are
we
sitting
don't
here.
really
It's the
do
people
it.
in the background.
Well, I don't know. Old the imp there, he's pretty good.
But where in the world is that guy? He's not still playing. Surely not.
We spoke a couple of days ago. You know what I'm doing. You're going for cheap laughs. You always do.
Well, a few days ago when we spoke, you had no shirt on and you didn't look like you could play. Now you got a black shirt on, you look slim, and you've had your Brock Lesnar haircut. You look on fire, mate.
Well, I had it at that same time. When I heard your voice, I looked the other way. You were talking to Scarks. I don't know him.
He did. He pretended not to know me. I was like, mate, I won your championship at Toulon. And he
Wait, you
forgot.
saw him in
I appreciate
person?
that.
Ma, 2 days ago
Friend of the pod.
was FaceTiming everyone, and Gitz was his roomie. So I think Gitz was sort of, I just want to go to bed, mate. But Ma was showing everyone Gitz and his
No,
birthday suit.
it wasn't everyone. You were a select. We called Mussy, Chris
Oh, yeah.
Marsoe.
Yeah.
He was on his way home from losing a game that he coached. Shot. And then we gave you a call.
Shit, how good.
Now, what's the story here?
Look, so this morning, I actually had like quite an all black morning. I actually was driving to work and I was driving down past Hyde Park in the city centre and I saw, I don't know, a figure that I thought, geez, I recognise that figure. You know, you just know someone's walk and whatever. They were there with a tray of coffees and a set of lights and I just pulled up next to them, wound my window down. It was Aaron Smith. Of course, the All Blacks halfback, one of the greats.
The Nugget.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, what's going on? I went out my window. I was like, what's going on? He's like, oh, hey, bro, like just here for a few days and that. And there was police right behind me at the traffic light, so I was holding it up. So I was like, look, mate, I can't stay and talk. But on I went. And then I went into work, and then I got a text message from Ali to say, mate, I'm in town for a few days. Like, let's catch up if you're about. And I said, well, never want to miss an opportunity. I was like, mate, let's catch up. I'll pick you up. We'll take you to the podcast. And I did say, I'll drop you wherever you need to go after this. Now, in the next message, he said, I need to go to Rudy Hill. And that's about an hour west. I'm at Bondi. You couldn't get further east. I was like, maybe we could maybe look at that.
That's what friends do, though, eh, Drew?
Yeah.
I'm
Friends
here. I
book-
thought we were having lunch, and here I am.
Yeah, and now friends book Ubers.
Now, why?
Friends book.
What brings you to Sydney, Ali? Is there a reason you're here?
The main reason is come to watch State of Origin. I've never watched it. We love it over in New Zealand, and I've never been to a live State of Origin game. So I decided this year to come, and I have actually managed to dig out two of the most unusual creatures in the world, and Tony Woodcock and Andrew Horan. We're doing a little jaunt for 3 days,
That
and
is
we're in
danger.
Sydney, and yeah, it's going to be fun. I've got a return flight though, which I'm sure Australia would love to know. I'll get those dorks out of here. Don't worry, team.
Now, just who are you going for? Tell us that, and don't say Queensland because we're sick of hearing that shit.
Okay, I'm going for Queensland.
Oh, mate. Why does all of New Zealand go for Queensland? What's the
They're
Well,
just
I
used
gotta-
to winning.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
just pick winners.
but I think we've always been associated with Queenslanders because they were the underdogs, correct? Right from the start.
From the start.
From the
maybe.
start, right from the start, they are the underdogs, and so we're always the little brothers. You guys, give us shit all the time about things.
Were the All Blacks ever the underdogs in anything?
I think there was one series. No, there was. One of the funniest things I do remember. This is probably not that funny, but and was it 2013, 2014 Toulon year when I was playing with these clowns, and we won the championship. And I remember Drew comes up to me and goes, "Fuck, this is awesome." I said, "Yeah, mate, championship." He goes, "Oh, I've never won anything." And then Kits turns around and goes, "Yeah, we played you pricks and never once won the Bledisloe Cup." It sort of actually sunk in. It was quite bizarre, actually.
How
You
many
don't really
blokes?
think about it like that, right? You just,
Well, we did.
yeah. So, anyway, great mates.
Yes.
Yep.
So we'll do a bit of a deep alley dive in a second, but we need
Not too deep, mate. I've got kids.
Well, we'll go deep and then we'll let Hugo cut out what he thinks your kids shouldn't see. Hugo's a dirtbag, so we'll who knows what'll get to air.
Isn't he?
He's a dirtbag.
Oh,
Hey, we do have a brand new sponsor, as I mentioned, Polo Ralph Lauren, and each week we're going to be wearing fancy new outfits. And even you've gotten involved.
Yeah, no,
Ali, this
I'm
week.
here to support the growth of kick-off and kick-ons. And, we've got to look after our sponsors.
That's
and,
it.
Here I am.
Mate, very good.
Green on green.
You look wonderful.
Thanks, Steve.
You look like a tree. But with a new sponsor comes a new segment. It is time now for... There you go, folks. Yes, Match Fit, presented by Polo. Ralph Lauren, what we do here, Ali, is we talk about our outfits, why we've chosen them, where we'll wear them, what sort of vibe we're giving out. Who would like to go first here? Would you, Sweet, would you like to start with what you've chosen to wear today?
sure.
Are we doing the stand-up thing?
Yeah.
again?
Well, we walked in.
Oh,
We'll
we
probably drop
did.
that
Yeah,
in, won't
yeah.
we?
Good shout.
Yeah, I've run the skivvy option. Not because it's cold, just because I like keeping my net warm. Huh?
Burn the calories.
Yeah.
I just burned a few calories.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's burning. I think it's more disguising the few chins he's come back from Positano with.
She's thick. She's the thread count's through the roof, but mate, I'm very comfortable in this number.
You look
good.
outstanding.
Don't I?
I actually
I
was a
like
bit
the
jealous
colour.
when you got the turtleneck.
Did you?
Well, when we went there shopping and I was like, I want the turtleneck,
Yeah.
and you already bought it. So
Wasn't the turtleneck designed to cover the hickeys?
Oh.
Or you didn't get those in
I
Australia?
told you not to mention anything.
Oh, sorry.
about live.
sorry, mate. That's when he gave me that cuddle first up.
The wife just got back from a hens weekend, mate.
And Swoop, the pants you've gone for today?
Yep, just the standard Ralph Lauren.
Beautiful.
Chino.
A blue
Chino,
chino.
yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Thanks, mate.
And people they've been writing in, they're dying to know, have you fit in the belt this week?
Got it. Got to the first notch
yeah, we're proud of you, mate.
this morning. I haven't eaten anything for a week, and I got to notch one.
Mate, very good. Drew, you've gone for today?
Look, I've gone for another knit. It's like a warm hug from Nana. Like, I love it. It's just like makes you feel safe, comfy, and also I look good. And then I've paired it with the white chino. Can be high risk. Yeah,
a brave man that wears a white chino.
yeah, definitely don't wear it in a marathon, but just generally out and about. If you want to go to like a smart casual sort of business meeting, catch up with your friends,
Yeah.
beers with your mates.
Yeah.
Like it's multi-purpose, and I love it.
Mate, you wear it well.
Thank
you look
you.
terrific. Hey, Gits, talk to me, mate. What is that black number? Goodness me.
Mate, it is so comfortable. It's very hard to stay awake. It's that comfortable. I've gone with just a classic fit. It's
Yeah.
black. Got the Ralph Lauren emblem there. What you can do, most of these you can't stretch them. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Rotation's
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm very happy with the choice. You can pick the kids up in it. There's
Oh, it
so many
looks great.
things you can do with it. Fantastic.
Kids, do you mind if I ask you, is that cotton durable? Is that durable cotton?
Look, that's as hard as I can rip, mate.
So durable.
Cannot rip it
We
any
have
harder.
scored points.
Well,
with
mate,
this
well then
sports
I've
issue, haven't
gone, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
go on then.
Run us through
we?
it.
Go on then.
Thank you, mate.
Go on, Prof.
I Googled rugby union fan.
And you nailed it.
Hang on.
So I've got the tied sweater around the shoulders,
Yeah.
which is also a Polo Ralph Lauren. Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's a merino wool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, magic. From New
New
Zealand.
Zealand, thank you.
And then I've gone for it's like a salmon almost.
Yeah. It's almost like you washed it with one of your red hats.
Oh, you'd hate it. Do you like it?
I like it.
You love it. Very good. And then I've obviously gone for the tan chino, which
And also the
Better-
Jerry Seinfeld joggers.
Better with chocolate.
I don't. They're just my own.
Throw them up there. Go on. Throw them up there.
You could wear this to an East Subbies match. You could wear it to, like, if you've got some sort of financial meeting. You
Yep.
guys do that.
Yep.
If you've got to talk stocks and bonds with people. Yeah, anyway, I love it. I'd wear it everywhere. And mate, I told you, I went home last week, and first thing my wife said to me was, "You've got a job." And I said, "I do." Things are going great. We can put the kids through school now. It's going to be fantastic.
Happy for you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Anyway, that was
Off the
match
back of
fit.
that, your outfit, very quickly, just
Yeah.
off your outfit. I've talked about him a little bit, only because he's one of the greats, but Darcy Breen.
Oh,
He's the leader of our SEALs, San Diego. He's from Sydney University.
Yeah.
He went to New York with his missus. It was their first photo together. And then he had to show the boys, obviously, you're with your girlfriend, you've been for a while. Show us a photo. He looked exactly like you.
Told you, boys.
Had
Yeah.
that jumper straight over there, and he's locked away. So it's a winner.
it's a winner.
Polo Ralph Lauren, a big thanks to them. And that was Match Fit. Good sting. Here you go. One of your bests. Really good sting. And the music. I love the vibe of the music.
Yeah.
It's very good. All right. Hey, let's do this real quick. Socials. Where can they find us? Biv?
Kickoffs, kickoffs and kick-ons on all your social platforms. Instagram, X, TikTok, and then on YouTube we are kickoffs and kick-ons.
Mate,
Like
nailed
and
it.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
What do you reckon about an OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's for extra content. That's in the pipeline. We just all got to get our rigs a bit in shape.
Well, Joe Marler
don't
just
have
did
to
it
get-
with his feet.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't have to get in the neck there, Beef.
You
unless
could do it
want
with
to.
your thighs, Drew.
Anyway,
Or
Something to
your
look
power
into.
asset, that bum of yours.
Yeah, it's
that's still going good.
It's good, isn't
I
it?
saw it, and those white chinos are really making it pop. I saw you.
I noticed you kept dropping behind me
was
just
like,
to check me out.
He's mine, Ali.
Yeah, I did know that. Sorry there, boy.
did you
I
just
know
say-
how close you two get.
Did you just say Biv's got back?
Biv's got back.
Viv has got back.
Okay, hey, there is some really big news that we need to announce. And Ollie doesn't trust me to do it correctly. So we're going to bring him in for this. Ollie, come on, mate. You were giving it to me in the production.
Ollie, here he
You
is.
said, Ollie, sit in the middle here. You've seen Tommy flog Hugo. This is the third bloke, Ollie, that we talk about. Ollie, say hello to everybody.
Hi, YouTube. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's a big day. We have now got a website, everyone.
Wow.
Yeah, so www.kickoffsandkickons.com, where you can
Oh, we don't even
find-
have the .au.
We've
we're
got played out. We're global. We're
Yeah.
worldwide.
We're big in the NHLs, mate. That's why.
And on there, you can find the podcast and all the socials, and the show is on there. But the big thing is merch. And today, right now, we've launched a pre-order of Wallabies style merch.
Give us a
So,
look. I'll
let's
hold
get
one
a
up for
first
you.
look,
Kidding.
which you'll know. So this is pre-order, so you get on it for 10 days, it'll be live, and then that's it. That'll be the only time you get it. That's the Schmidded in on the front, the original. But Swoop, if you can hold the brand new one, which
I
has
kinda wanted the new
kickoffs
one, but that's
and
okay.
kick-ons on the...
What we have is just our standard at the front, and then we flip it around.
Oh,
There's Schmidty,
Oh.
between the posts. So that'll be
Test
live.
that durability, son. How is it? Give it a tug.
Just tug on it. Oh, my God.
that's
yeah, look,
not
it's no
getting ripped.
Polo Ralph Lauren,
No,
but,
Lauren.
but it's good.
So as soon as it's live, 6 p.m, you get them for 10 days. They will be available along with some Cocoa Show stubby holders for your beers as well. So that website is where you can find everything and live events, which hopefully are coming soon. So
Fantastic.
there you go.
I have a great idea. Now, Ali Williams,
Thank you, Ollie.
very famous All Black, is going to be going to State of Origin. Lots of eyeballs.
Oh,
What if?
what if we get him in a Schmitted in shirt?
Oh, look, guys.
He wouldn't do it. He's not like that.
Yeah, he won't. Oh, he definitely won't.
If you don't want me to help, mate, just say don't help. I won't help.
Oh,
Like,
mate,
you know,
we asked you to help, but I just said I don't think you'll do it.
Will you do it?
I'm more than happy to wear one.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. He's locked in.
What's the obligation? Wear it for 2 or 3 minutes. No. What do you mean? Like the whole
match.
time?
Streak,
Mate, I don't even think I could-
streak, or
I just don't know how you guys played
get
in
on the
that
field
colour.
and streak with
That's
that
going
on.
to depower any human being. I mean, look at it. Holy heck, mate.
Yeah, well, the good thing is you're not playing on Wednesday, so just wear it, mate.
The best thing is it's actually got a Kiwi on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
what we
a good
go.
shout.
The great Redeemer has come to save you guys, but like you thought Eddie Jones was going to do, but he fucked you up, didn't he? It's so painful over the ditch watching that, right? It was just so hard. I did text a lot of you boys and said,
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You know when you talk about
Was
Eddie
it was
Jo-
it really painful though?
It was so laughable, mate. It was just so magic. Sorry, guys. Sorry to bring it up again.
Yeah.
It was actually it was top rating show in New Zealand.
What,
The Wallabies and Eddie Jones, mate. It was magic.
Well, mate, the night is always darkest before the dawn. So you've got to hit rock bottom, which we well and truly did.
But you got a good one now in Smitty. He is an absolute champion guy. Absolute champion. He loves the game. And unfortunately, I think you could be onto a winner
Do
here.
you think you can look down that barrel there, the one that says Drew, and just say the Wallabies will Schmidt it in?
The Wallabies will Schmidt it in.
There you
With
go.
Schmitty. What are they Schmitting in?
Just
Just
rugby.
a win or points?
You've
Rugby,
basically
rugby.
just agreed that we'll beat the All Blacks very easily.
No, I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
you did.
I did not.
That was in the
Yeah.
T's and C's. You didn't read
Mate,
it.
we got Razor Robinson.
Who?
We got Razor. Yeah, exactly.
The
Razor
breakdancer?
Yeah, mate.
No,
We're
he
taking
is-
things
he
to a
is
new
good,
level,
isn't he?
mate.
He's very good.
Very good. Hey, there's a segment on here. I know you love it. Ali, I know you tune in every week. And, I mean, I would normally skip it because you're a late inclusion, but this week it's too good.
Oh,
Social snitches.
jeez.
So this one gets your safe, mate, for once. So
Who's-
basically
who's
what
not
happens
worried?
is
Once. He's
Ali-
only been snitched once.
He's had a couple. Gets us had a couple. What we do is we get people to send in basically old content of these blokes if they've had a photo with them out on the lash or if they've. So this one actually comes from somebody was just searching on YouTube. What was their name, Tom? It was Thomas Erskine. And he sent this in. This is a promotional video for the 2013 Lions tour, which Drew, you, and Swoop did.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
You got to count me in. You count us in here. Goit. 3.
3, 2, 1, play.
Hi, Adam Ashley Cooper here.
And I'm Drew Mitchell. It's a massive year ahead for Australian rugby.
So make sure you're a part of a 2013 season that will be unlike anything we've seen for
So you
years.
look cross-eyed.
Heading here for a tour that's been 12 years
does,
in the
doesn't
making,
he?
and tickets go on sale to the rugby.
You look like the
So hard for him to read.
That's 2 weeks before the general public.
If you're part of the rugby community, make sure you take advantage
This
of
bloke,
this chance
he
to get
just
tickets
can't
to all the
read.
tour games and 3 tests.
And if you have mates who are not part of the rugby community, get them signed up so they can get tickets.
Tell you
before the
what,
general
no
public
one's
rush.
buying tickets off the back of this.
Where is the excitement, fellas?
Well, listen to the dialogue.
I know, but like, come watch me. I'm Swoop. D-O double. This is Bev.
Mate, there's a lot
Your
to unpack
shoulders
there.
there too, Bev.
a lot- There's a lot, lot to unpack. First of all,
Who came to the game?
Wow.
how did they not get you blokes for this one in 2025?
Well, mate, they got me to do the advertisements for that one and didn't pick me.
That's right. You didn't even play.
They didn't
I
hear
was
that,
just
did
here waiting to get released to go to France. They wouldn't pick me.
And Swoop, you obviously got that lazy eye fixed, which that's good news. Was that corrective glasses?
they? Sure,
or-
mate. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
hang on. I thought the idea of social
Yeah.
snitches was that other people from outside of this room would send stuff in. I didn't think it was just an opportunity for one of our team members to put shit on us. And
Well,
everyone,
confession. I I actually knew I was coming on the show for a while. And I remember this thing, and I was like, this is fucking brilliant, mate. These two clowns are trying to sell stuff, so we'll bring it up again, and then they're going to ask for sponsors now, and I'm like, I need to help you boys.
Segue, Lions 2025. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get online, wallabies.com. something or other. Buy your tickets.
See, you've improved. Do it with the cross eyes.
Yeah. Oh, leave me alone.
Oh,
Go away.
it's a good show, this one.
Plenty of go away, son.
Oh.
Now, I reckon we do a bit of chat with Ali, and then we'll get into the rugby roundup after.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll ask the first question. Apparently, you are now part owner of an A-League soccer team. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep, we've gone to, well, I don't know if it's the dark side, but we see an opportunity in football in New Zealand and Auckland, and quite excited by it. I actually used to play football till I was 16.
The tree used to stand in front of the goal.
My roots
It was like one of those inflatables out the front of a car yard.
Tire guy. So Auckland FC, we're the newest team or franchise in the A-League. So we play over here, and we're excited.
And FC stands for
Football Club.
Right.
Yeah.
So as opposed to
Prof, seriously, you're way too smart for Ali. You got to dumb him down your joke.
That's true, mate. Went right on, mate.
You're like, FC, what?
Yeah, I was like, what?
okay, well, that's exciting.
Very exciting,
Is it going to be a good money spinner for you? Will you make plenty of cash out of...
Look, I'm at the moment going through the sponsorship grovel, same way you boys are.
Yeah.
She's tough out there. So, it's not just you guys that are having the issues. We're also having issues
You
as well.
still on milk crates?
Yeah.
Mate, if you want anyone to sell passes to your games or anything, Swoop and I are available.
Attendance would be huge with you guys endorsing it. So, no, it's going to be fun. Like, I don't think you do these things for money, but you do them for a bigger vision, and hopefully you can we can help in our little way.
Mate.
Football's a very different game though from rugby.
Yeah, but we also all do everything for money, so don't pretend.
Oh, mate, don't speak on all of our behalf.
Says Scrooge McDuck over there.
Oh, mate, at 48, still playing.
So what I was going to ask, Ali, you're saying obviously always good value, up for a bit of a laugh. How did you find finishing rugby, your transition there?
I don't know if I look. You're telling a lie if you don't say you struggle, because you do. Like, we go from week to week where we've just got massive excitement or massive disappointment, and we're around the boys, and that natural human energy just gets us up from day to day. But I always knew that it wasn't going to be the only thing that I'd ever do. So I did know that I'm going to have to go back into the trenches and find a job and do that sort of stuff. I actually, for a day job, I'm actually in property, so buy and sell commercial buildings.
Same.
Yeah. So
it's collab.
Collab, baby. So
It was so cool.
it's not easy, but I do think if you position yourself in a way that you know that there's still hard work in front of you, then the joys come later from simpler things, I think.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Did you want to join our podcast?
Look,
it's something to do
like,
after work.
Like anything, I'm on trial. I
Okay.
wouldn't want to just walk into something which is so great. I mean, these three have been a combination for a long, long time, and I've tried to get in there. I even moved to France to get in with these two, and it's not easy, mate. And Swoop wasn't even there to kick me out. So, look,
Mate,
I'm just humbled to be here.
It would have helped if you didn't knock Drew out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got to tell that story.
Yeah, but hold on. There's a lead up to this.
Yeah, there's a lead up.
No.
100%.
So the lead up is
well,
back in 2014, the Crusaders, your former team of yours, and the Waratahs, former team of mine, were playing in the Super Rugby final.
Yeah, they were.
And I invited Ali over, and we were having and I got the little, I think they were like 100 or 150 ml Heinekens.
150.
And we basically said...
Can I just quickly, sorry, Beef, just to come in, we didn't know they existed until we invited Ali over for a barbecue, and he turned up with 6 of those. They're the cheapest things you can get. This like
I was on my scooter, mate.
But
I couldn't carry him.
You couldn't even see they were in his hand. His hands are that big and the beers are so small. Anyway, so we got plenty of those, and we said, let's have one each for every point that's scored. Now, I don't know if you remember, but the final score, Swoop, correct me if I'm wrong, 34-33.
That's the one.
So 34 times 150 ml Heinekens for me, and 33 times 150 ml Heinekens for Ali. We then went out down to L'Aventure, down on Kakiran, down the port there, and we were having some more drinks. I think James O'Connor and Vince, his partner, came down. Ujay Satini, the Aussie Samoan boy that was there.
How do you remember this
Yeah,
stuff?
bro, I remember all of it. And then, anyway, we're leaving. I think we definitely had enough, but we were going back to mine to get changed. And on the way back, and you had your right
to get
wing.
changed to head out.
Yeah, to head out. Yeah. We're going to go again. But just similar to our upcoming guest, Harry Wilson, you had your right wing clip, didn't you? You had surgery or something on your right wing. And I gave you a wedgie. I think
It was my left, I think.
Well, whichever one it was. Yeah, no, it was your left. Your left was clipped, right? Yeah, because you hit me with your good arm.
You just ruined the story, mate.
Yeah. But I saw Ali's underpants riding the top of his shorts, so I just, as you do with your mates, you wedge it.
As you do when you're 12, you know, like I get it. You see your mate's G-banger and
this
you're
is
like...
where a little bit of dialogue, Kiwi, Aussie, kind of, bit of misinterpretation. He thought I launched him. He goes, "You launched me, bro. What did you fuck?" I was like, "What?" I said, "You fucking launched me. Let's go." I said, "Mate, I don't know what launch means, but I just gave you a wedgie. If that means wedgie, I launched you."
Is launch wedgie?
No, launch means like basically I had a go at him.
So you're ready to go?
Fight.
Yeah, well, to be honest, 33 Heinekens deep, your memory's not great, but I do remember him wedging me, and I was like, man, seriously, we're that age group? And then he likes to chuck a bit, but he's not a...
I'm not a fighter. I just promote the idea that I am.
Yeah, but you're not great at fully receiving a bit of shit, do you? You do get a bit sulky. as
Too
the boys
far
would've-
Mitchell is never great at being
Yeah.
received.
And anyway, so I said, look, blah, blah, blah. And then from my recollection, you then started giving the old, oh, no, you can't do that. And then I was like, mate, come on, mate, this is bullshit. And then something happened.
And then I said, "Well, if you need to hit me, hit me." And you just went fucking boom and rocked me right on the temple on the right side, on my left side with your right hand. And I was like, "Mate, you've given me everything with your right hand. You don't have a left. We don't need. I'm a good wrestler."
We're not going here.
Yeah. Anyway, I walked off down to the car park, and then
I think we sulked, and then we came back.
Yeah,
I said,
we were
"I'm really
fine.
sorry, mate." And then we finished the other. We got dressed and went out again.
Well, no, I actually couldn't go out. I ended up started fucking vomiting. Must have just been from the concussion. Not from,
yeah, it would have been
from all the beers. But Gits, weren't you and Bianca quite concerned that night?
Oh yeah, I couldn't sleep, so
No, because
fine.
I kept trying to call Gits because I wasn't well.
Yeah.
And then
He's ringing me, but I knew what they're up to, and I was like, these boys. I knew the game. I said, I'm not catching up with them. Like, there's no point catching up with these idiots when you can't talk to them. You're just playing catch up. It's just no fun. So I blanked him, and then he called Bianca. Of course, she answered, thinking it's a late night call up for the Drew. And what's going on? Drew's like, I've got a headache. I feel like I'm, concussed or whatever. And Bianca obviously then Googles it, and it's like, you shouldn't leave anyone, unattended. And I was like, it's fine. It's Drew. Like, it'll be fine.
it's fine. We'll see tomorrow whether he's got a pulse or not.
Well, yeah, we'll still see him tomorrow. He might not be alive, but we'll still see him. And I was right. He's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't my finest moment, but I don't appreciate being wedged.
No, it's fine. You can wedge me later, and then I'll throw a right hook at you.
It's a good way to finish the show. It's a good way. It's a good finish.
It's not bad. That game of rugby got in the way of good times in France, didn't it?
Rugby always got in the way.
Holy heck, that was a way to finish a career, wasn't it?
So how many out of because you won 3 European?
Well, Toulon did. Gits won 3.
3.
I was there for 2.
I was there for 2, yeah.
Were you there the same?
We were there for the same 2.
Time, yeah.
Same 2, yeah, nice. And then how many years did you 3 play together in France for all up?
The 2.
Just
I
the
played
2?
Yeah. Then I left.
Then you went
I
off.
finished, retired.
You retired then?
Mm.
Well, then I retired. I went to London, and then I was doing some work with Racing Club in Paris, and the owner was they'd just won, and he said to me, "You're going to play for me next year." And I was like, "Mate, I haven't played for 6 months. I've retired." And he goes, "No, you're going to play for me." And I said, "Mate, you can't afford me." Just tongue in cheek, and he'd had a few quiets. And he goes, "No, you're definitely playing for me." I said, "Well, you just tell me the number, and I'll let you know." And he texted me the next day with a number. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm playing for
Hey,
it.
babe's playing next week. I was like, I'm in. So I went back
What
again
was that
and played
number?
6 months.
It was
Talk me through that number, would you?
It's not as much as you're on,
Just
trust
likes
me.
numbers.
We know about your numbers, pal.
It's enough to
Oh no,
buy an
I
A-League
just
club,
try
I
and
guess.
I try and work out the, what the current levels at, and where just for negotiations, it's always important to know what.
You're not going again, are you? I heard there's a
I
league
don't know.
starting
What'd
up
you-
in
what'd you
Fiji,
get
mate.
offered? Is there?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Yeah, there's a league in Fiji you can play
He'll
for.
play anyway.
Perfect. Sweet.
Very
Glad
good.
one of
Now,
the misses.
now, the other question, obviously it was in the intro. I want to hear the Viagra story. NPC.
Yeah, okay. Early on in my career, we were playing NPC, which is the provincial
Yep.
competition, and I was in Auckland, and I think we were sitting 7th or 8th, and we weren't doing very well at all, right? And the doctor said to me, I was 21, and the doctor said to me, mate, what a shit season, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I said, hey, mate, have you heard about this Viagra stuff, this little blue pill? Apparently it gives you the old Raja, gives you a hard on. And
Thank you.
and I was like, can you give me one? He goes, mate, I'm not going to give you one. You're 21. I said, well, if we win the NPC, can you give us a pill? And actually, you have to give everyone a pill. And he goes, yeah, okay, knowing that it was safe as houses. Well, we ended up winning. And the doctor, mate, bless his soul, he gave us all a pill of Viagra the night that we won. And I was like, mate, fucking hell, there's 25, 40 Viagra pills floating around a bunch of lads. So I just sort of broke them all up and put them in the trophy. And it was quite funny. You'd sort of sit there, you'd be drinking, and you just watch. He's gone. He's gone. You can see it. Him and his mask is gone. And then Ted, Graham Henry, he was like, oof, I'm out of here. And you see his wife just getting dragged behind him. It was bloody good. It was bloody good. But,
mate,
yeah.
the only thing that would have made that game even better was if you all tied a bell around it. Or you'd had it.
ding,
As soon as you hear a
it
tinkle,
would be good, actually.
Go on.
That's probably not a bad idea, right? All have a Viagra,
That-
sit and do a hermit half dozen, and the first person that bing.
We could play it on the show.
That's good.
Hey, we could get a sponsor. Ollie, can you email someone? Can you talk to that doctor?
Pilot or Rosemary or
Yeah, one of them. Always opportunities. Ali, so the other things we've got to ask you, if you don't mind, guys. So 2011, the World Cup.
Yep.
Win. Can you tell us what that celebration was like? Was that one of the greatest days of your life?
Not really. It's really bizarre because, like, GDP drops by over 50% when the All Blacks lose in New Zealand. Like, it's a religion. It's slowly changing now, but there's a fair bit of pressure, right? And when you haven't won for 20 years and everyone expects you to win and all that sort of stuff, and you're playing at home, there was just, when we won, well, we won by 1 point, so it wasn't exactly convincing. It was like relief. So we all jumped in the change room after it, and we literally sat there, said bugger all, and just had a beer, almost to yourself, without even saying anything to your mates or anything like that. It was purely one of relief that we'd sort of ticked it off the box because we'd failed so many other times, right?
Yeah.
So it was a weird
But
moment.
off the
It
back
wasn't
of
one
that, what about the couple of days afterwards, though, when, that relief obviously settles down? It must have been like,
I love how you delve into the good questions, mate. It was amazing.
No, don't worry. I'll get to the other stuff. But, that must have been would that be your greatest achievement or memory? Like now looking back at it now, the couple of days after, the chance to celebrate with your family, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's one of those things, when you've worked so hard for something and you've done it with a group of lads that, you get a pretty special bond when we play against each other and with each other, right? And to win that, looking back now, you're like, it's pretty cool that you can tell your son or your daughter, and you can sort of, you tick the box that very few people do. So in hindsight, it's one of those. It's just a beautiful thing to know that you've done.
Now, Drew, you likes to play a game with guests that we have on.
Yeah.
Have you got one for Ali?
Well, let's go with us three first. While I'll also think of a.
Yeah, great. So it's the start one, bench one, drop one.
Yeah.
And we normally we do, so he'll pick 3 All Blacks for you.
Okay.
And then you got to do it with
Should I
these
do that
3.
first?
Yeah, do that one
Okay,
first, and then
let's
we'll do
it
these
first.
boys.
Okay, so you got to start one, drop one, cut one. Right? We're going to go Retallick, Ali Williams.
No, I don't like you.
No, but he's not the type that'll just put someone in to be humble.
Fair point.
Have you had one then?
And
Swoop? Who was
Norm Maxwell.
Oh, you've named 2 guys that I've got so much respect for.
Well,
So, I mean,
If you're gonna cut yourself,
I definitely cut myself. So
Okay. Cut that one out?
Legends.
Yeah. Okay. So
Retallick, funny story about Retallick, because I think you guys enjoy humour, but one of my last games for the All Blacks, Brodie Retallick came on for me, and we're at the aftermatch, and he goes, mate, Mum, come and meet Ali. So I went over and met his mum, and his mum goes, Brodie, this is the guy that you're going to replace, aren't you? And I was like, hold on. I'm a legend and you're just a kid starting out and your mum's already saying that. I was like, my time's done, mate. I'm out. I think I played one more test after that. I was gone, mate.
Okay. So Norm Maxwell,
Yeah.
Brodie Retallick,
Yeah.
Ian Jones.
Well, I'd definitely get rid of Ian Jones.
Oh yeah.
Something there.
Oh, he criticised me once in a paper and
What
my
did
mum
he
read it.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yep. Yeah. You think your mum reads A's no good, Gits. Bench was Norm Maxwell.
Yeah.
And start was the
Brodie.
guzzler here.
Okay.
Very good. So now you have to do the same for our 3 boys. You played a lot of rugby against them and with them. So start one, bench one, cut one.
Out of these 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great way to make friends, isn't it? boys?
Or to lose them.
Wow, mate. It's probably no great loss if you and I break up.
We've already broken up once.
Because I know we can mend it, mate. So I'm going to cut you, Chief. Drop Drew, because I know we can fix it. I'll bench Gits, because he's bloody lippy. He's
Swoop's
bloody
first
lippy.
start.
And I'll start you there, Chief.
boy.
Well,
There
start
you
you.
go.
There you go. I think I've been cut from
You know
3
why,
out of the
though?
4.
Gits is first.
But this is Gits' first bench.
Nah, but
Gits
he's trying
hates
to be
being
nice.
Gits
He's
hates
trying to
being
be
benched.
nice. I don't know, Swoop. The
You're
thing
right,
is,
Gits.
Ali,
You're right. We
Like-
know, mate.
this is a perfect segue into my question.
All right.
What was the first R-rated movie you ever saw, and who took you?
I don't think you get taken to an R-rated.
Yeah, no,
movie the
definitely
first
not.
time.
Well,
No,
which
I'm
one
not
did you
talking
sneak
porn.
into?
Oh, what were you talking about?
Like striptease.
Yeah, like Total
Saw.
Recall or,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't even think they had
Basic
ratings on them for the,
Instinct even.
for the
Basic
first,
Instinct.
Basic Instinct probably would have been the first one around your age. You're that old.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not very good with movies. I can't even remember.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was Debbie Does Dallas.
I did remember. I did found a potential opportunity at boarding school, and boarding school was out south of Auckland, and if you went down to the dairy, the local dairy back in the day, you know they had the Playboys, and if you cut the top of the Playboy, the dairy owner would get a refund on the magazine. So he would sell me for $2 or $3 all these dirty, trashy magazines with the tops cut off. He'd got the refund. Then I'd take it back to boarding school and sell it to all the farmers for $5 or $6. Brilliant, mate. Good money. And then I was like, mate, there's a bigger market here. And it was the day boys, mate, because they had no opportunity to go and buy these dirty mags. So I could sell it to the day boys for $10.
Wow.
We were winning, man.
And hire out your room for another 10.
Mate,
Yeah, I didn't think of that, mate. I didn't think of that.
I thought I was making
I
money
heard
selling
about that.
cigarettes at school. Mate, Playboy's where it's at.
Yeah, but where the real money was made, I heard you get them laminated so you can reuse them.
Smart.
Oh, you were upstairs with
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Hey, we have to do the rugby roundup segment.
Yeah, I love this.
It is and was the last round of the Superb Rugby. Gents, We don't have a lot of time left because we did have a special guest. So I think we're going to race through the results. Throw your hand up if there's anything you want to say.
Sure.
Because then we'll look forward. We'll look forward to the quarters. Are you happy with that, Biv?
Yeah, let's do it.
Crusaders 43, defeated Moana 10. Anybody, Biv? You got
Yeah,
something real
look,
quick?
Crusaders were sharp. They had everything to play for. They were trying to squeeze into the 8. A solid performance against Moana. I think the first 2 tries from driving mauls. I think they got 3 in total. And then it sort of broke away and opened up after that. 2 tries from kicks. They just looked sharp, but unfortunately left their run a little bit too late for them. One of your former teams.
Is it the first? Am I correct in saying it's the first time the Crusaders haven't made the playoffs?
Surely has to be.
First since 2015 or something.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Really?
It's been a long time.
Been a long time, eh?
Reds 27, defeated the Waratahs 26. Swoop. Your Tars went down by 1 again.
I
mate.
know. Cracking game of footy. Game of 2 halves. The first half.
You didn't watch it, did you?
Mate, I watched it. I certainly did. Mate, I was home babysitting the kids. I had no other option to.
I'm with you,
but
mate.
to watch it, yeah.
Had to babysit.
Mate, the Reds were really good in the first half. I mean, the way they're playing football is it's going to set themselves up nicely in the finals coming up. Like, I mean, playing at the right times, they're relieving pressure really well. Got the right blokes playing really good football. Friends of the pod. Fraser McWright. Jock Campbell's killing it.
Yeah, he's going well.
Yeah, obviously the
Hunter
Junkyard Dog.
Paisami.
Hunter Paisami, mate. The boys are doing really well. The Tars almost got back there in the end. I guess it was just a little bit of a disappointing finish, not just for the Tars, but for DC. You know, obviously he spent 3 years there at the Tars, and I got to catch up with DC on Saturday. Poor bugger's struggling a little bit, you know, in a way where he just feels like he failed, a little embarrassed, but I mean, no doubt. I mean, when you look at coaches who go through tough periods in their coaching career, you know, I think there are defining moments for them. You look at, I guess, coaches like, I don't know, for example, like Nusafora with the Brumbies is now doing great things in Ireland.
I don't think
Andy
he ever
Friend, the
did
Brumbies,
great
doing great
things,
things
just
in
quietly.
Carnick, right? I'm sure you've...
Nusafora never did great things. Do you not know the relationship with David Nusafora and myself?
No.
He kicked me out of my own team, mate.
Out of your own team?
I was in, well, it's not my team, but I was in the Blues, and there was a serious breakdown in ethics and how I lived my life and how he lived his life, and that was it. I was gone.
Yeah,
So that's when I went to the Crusaders.
You don't hold a grudge much, do you?
He's the one guy I do hold a grudge. I was like,
Ian Jones. He's Nusafora.
Drew Mitchell. Hey, he's with the Wallabies now. He's with
He's now
Australia.
a consultant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's coming
working with
now.
Peter Horn and the
well, him and Smitty were the coaches at the
in
time.
the high performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, at the Blues.
Anyway.
let's move on. Good shot.
Anyway, DC,
I like it.
DC, great coach, you know.
You know what was nice was the
loved.
post-match press conference when his young fella came up.
Yeah, young Jakey.
Yeah, with Jakey Gordon and
Yeah.
and DC, and it was nice. Like they're going to continue supporting the Waratahs. He bleeds blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, tough for DC. But I was also texting him over the weekend. I think he's of the mindset that when one door closes, hopefully a few more open, and I'm sure he'll be doing something in rugby pretty soon.
Very good. Drua 40, defeated the Rebels 19. Goit. Sad end to the Rebels season. Did you
Sort
catch?
of, yeah. Well, it's definitely sad, but it's the first time they've made the finals, and sad obviously because the news came out. Obviously, that they're not going to be there any longer. So,
Have you
first
thought
time
of
they
getting
made the
some of their
finals, so
sponsors?
It's probably a bit
Well,
early to start
if
picking at
they're
the
in
carcass.
debt, yeah, I don't
Never
know about
early,
that,
boys.
but as far as the
Dog
game
eat
goes-
dog, mate. You guys are a starting podcast. Let's get into it. Let's
have they
target
got?
them.
As far as the game goes,
sorry.
if you could just let me review the game.
Sorry.
And I don't think. Sorry, guy. I
Does
also
he
think.
understand how it works?
I also think part of the reason they're not continuing is because the sponsors didn't pay. So,
Well, these blokes know about sponsors that don't pay, right?
Goy, over to you, bro.
Sorry, mate.
Right, so what were we talking about again?
The Rebels
So
game.
The Drua. Obviously, Drua, yeah, I think the game, the first half was pretty tight. First 10 minutes after the second half, they blew them away, the Drua. The game was done by the 60th minute. I've been very impressed, obviously, with Yosefo Massi.
Massi, yeah.
Yes, Yosefi Massi. He's been unbelievable. Great carrier. 7 tries he might have got for the season, but he's just always been a threat. For the Rebels, I thought the second half, like they were completely outplayed. The Drua deserved the victory, but I thought Kellaway, another friend of the pod, he just kept fighting, chasing, even when the game was dead. As you look at that team, and obviously they didn't have Carter Gorder playing as well, but he was the one guy in a losing team that was outplayed that I thought still stood out. So he's is he in our list?
He's not
we
on there.
actually
Tom
was.
Wright.
You replaced him last week, Gitz, with Tom Wright.
Yeah, perfect. We'll leave him on the bench.
Sadly, an end of an era down there in Melbourne. The Rebels.
Yeah, look, it's a tough one, and we're not across all the metrics and whatever else, but Rugby Australia made a decision. It's obviously not going to be received well for particularly Victorian rugby, but I think ultimately, I mean, it comes down to business. If it's not making money and they can't financially support them, then it's a decision they regrettably had to make. Let's just hope that players find new roles, the staff, everyone that's involved in that franchise find new roles. Look, it's obviously going to be tough, but it's a decision that's been made, and now we just need to look ahead.
Absolutely. And let's hope they go all right next week. They've still got one more game at least to play, which is great for the Rebels. Hurricanes 41 defeated the Highlanders 14. Biv.
Yeah, Hurricanes look sharp. Like Ray Arce in his 50th gets a hat trick. Duplessis Karifi in that back row for the Hurricanes. He gets a double. Paranara scores his 65th, the highest out of anyone in Super Rugby history. They just got players firing. They're playing a good style of footy. Geordie Barrett's in form. Like they're doing well across the park. They've got threats in their set piece. They've got threats out wide in counter and that transition footy that we know New Zealand are so good at. They're going to be tough to beat.
Blues 31 defeated the Chiefs 17. I've got Swoop here to give us an interesting comment, but Ali, you can weigh in here, mate.
Yeah, I might go first, and I'll come in with Ali too, actually, because I was very impressed by the back row, like Papali'i, Satutu, Yoni. Like they had a solid performance. It's hard seeing them not winning this competition. Look, I know I've backed the Reds to win, but I was also on the Chiefs bandwagon last weekend, and also the Canes. Well, but this week, after that performance over the Chiefs,
mate, I've seen
I know there's 4 teams out of the 8.
Right. Well, they're top 2, right? And so they get a home quarter, potentially get a home semi, and they had a good turnout at Eden Park on the weekend, and they were on. They play well at home. I mean, you'd know that.
I haven't actually watched the game.
All right.
Yeah.
So
right. Welcome to the pod.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, but the
fits right in this.
I'm not really offering a lot.
Wasn't the second try, the very last try? Wasn't the very last try against the Blues? That's what cost them top spot.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, they got the they had the bonus point taken away from them.
Yeah. That might prove pretty costly.
They'll probably win,
They
though.
have to come to
You think
Canberra.
they'll win the whole thing?
Wow, Blues, mate. Just a great team.
Okay.
Is that all the games?
One more. Brumbies 24 defeated the Force 19. I've got you, Gitz.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's pretty quick to forget the Brums, aren't they? I thought they were very clinical. Over in Perth, they changed their team a little bit. The tool shed, Tom Wright, like those two, they're electric. Any broken field play, and they seem to just put it away. Even the very first play, one of the very first tries, Tom Wright, I reckon, kicks it off the back of his ankle, and it still bounces perfectly for the tool shed.
Tool shed. He can fix
They're
anything.
going well. The forwards know their roles. They're just very well drilled. I think the scoreline, obviously, because of the last 2 tries in the last 5 minutes, flattered the Force. But I thought what actually helped them get those tries was KB stepping up to the front line without Donaldson there. The more he got involved, they just looked like they were just way more threatening. So obviously that's good signs for Australian rugby that Kirtley's, threatening, getting the front line and still got what he's got to give. So, from from the Force point of view, obviously KB, he did super well, but Brumbies, we just keep marching on. And they're my team. Swoop, would you believe that?
Wouldn't.
Nah.
Great work, Swoop. Yes.
I just wanted a quick question to Ali. Now that the Super Rugby, round robin or rounds are finished, there's a bit of chat around the All Blacks and who's going to be their captain. Who's your tip?
I don't know, because Sam Kane's announced he's
done.
retiring,
Yep.
right? But he's still eligible for selection, I think. But
New coach, would they go with a new one?
I think it's hard to go past Artie Savia, right?
Yeah.
Like, in my eyes, I think he leads like a true captain. I don't know, it's what he says, it's what he does rather than what he says. So that'd probably be my bit.
Very good. Artie Savea. All right. Hey, we have a
On
segment.
that. Sorry, Brock,
You go.
just quickly on that haka. So if Artie Savea is the captain, how nervous do you get if you're not you? You put yourself to the side and just kept your tongue out most of the haka. But for the people that actually performed it, would they? How nervous would they get up front there? You know, if they make.
Well,
a
I don't think
mistake?
it's the captain
Was
that
that-
necessarily leads it.
No, it was the cap. It started
Always?
being the captain. Yeah. So
Yeah, it has
I
been,
I
yeah.
left after they started doing the diamond,
Right.
and then it
Yep.
sort of isolates that one, the captain, wasn't it?
Oh.
And
Yes.
so I would say you're pretty nervous. I mean, it's one of those things that you think you can do naturally, but you do fuck it up a few times especially when you boys are looking at us, and you know, sometimes you have a laugh. I can see, you know, when you sort of go, right, I'm going to go real scary here, and I'm going to look straight down the barrel at you, and then you sort of know that last weekend it's a double header, it's back to back, we're playing each other, and you give it the old, I remember
Mate,
what you did last
I used to
weekend.
always just find Ali, and it just kept picturing myself like looking at a flamingo trying to take flight.
Yeah. see, that was the trick. Was just pick someone who looked like they didn't really know what they were doing. You picked Ali. I was actually picked the bloke who you're going to Origin
Andy
with
Ellis.
on Wednesday night. Andrew
Horace.
Hall.
Oh, he's the
He
worst.
was so out of tune.
He hated it. Kevin Woodcock used to hide at the back.
So was that a thing? Because you could clearly see that he was looking around trying to follow everyone else. I'm not sure, but was that a thing in camp or?
Well, we were meant to know it, right? But he probably wasn't au fait with timing and everything like that. Like it probably wasn't his forte.
Yeah, right.
Don't you practice it on captain's run? Don't you actually
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, we
together
do, we
like
do,
at
we do.
100%?
Not 100%. We did it about 50%. We just did a light walkthrough, basically. You know how we did walkthroughs?
Yeah.
We did it ritual into the haka to start again. Because I think what happened is we found when we started doing it, we all blew a gasket, right? It was like the first time you made love. And you were just so out of whack that we had to bring us back in to have a decent breather because we
Speak for
started so
yourself.
bad.
Yeah, we actually didn't mind kicking off to you blokes after the haka.
Yeah,
Just thought maybe because emotions were so heightened that there was more of a chance for an error
definitely.
than if you were to kick off to us and just have to D up. But
Yeah.
okay, so there's something in that. Is that why?
There you go.
I didn't
But
want to.
that's the other thing. You guys take the time to do the haka, but now you're also doing like 3 minutes on the hit shields or whatever else just to kind of get those
Breather,
emotions
mate.
out.
You need
You
a
don't
breather.
get 2 bites of the apple, mate. If you do the haka, you don't get those extra 3 minutes. We've got to get straight into the game.
Yeah, no, you're right. Look, it is
Did
what
you
it is,
like
mate.
to
It's
pick
strategy
someone
to win.
out? Was there someone that you'd ever pick out? Because talking with Ma'a over here, he was saying that he'd often pick someone it'd be a centre, often that he'd just eye out. Were you like that, or you just?
Oh, normally I knew that my opposition were probably bigger and tougher than me. Like if I looked at Bucky's, he would just look at me and I'd be like, "Oh God, well, no, I can't beat him. I've got to run away." So no, not really. I just sort of I took on the whole team, mate. To be honest with you, let's be honest.
What a warrior!
Going back to the intros, he was like one of my dragons just trying to take flight. Except he didn't have much fire coming out.
I like how you referred to me as a flamingo.
Yeah.
That's quite a graceful creature.
Well,
A bit tall.
once they're up
but
in the
good
air.
looking.
Yeah.
Good
No, you
looking.
are.
Good on
Yeah.
one leg.
Yeah, beautiful looking creature, isn't it?
A bit like you. Look at the state of you.
Ali, this mate, you slot in here very nicely. We might be coming to you a bit, I think. You might become our Kiwi correspondent
Careful,
on
mate.
kickoffs and kick-ons. I know you're not cheap. What about this? We'll give your A-League team an occasional plug. We'll say,
that works for me. I would like all the Kiwis and Aussies that don't have a football team.
Yeah.
So all the rugby players that don't have a football team to support Auckland
There you go.
FC.
Hey.
Yeah.
Come
Yes.
to a game. We're going to try and. So one of the big goals with our team is that we're going to try and make sport slightly different. So if I come on this, you guys have fun and laugh at each other, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And take the mickey out of yourselves, all that sort of stuff. Us Kiwis, man, we are flipping stiff. And that's one of the big drives for us in this team is to actually have a bit of fun with it, get a bit of entertainment back into sport because, man, it's stiff at the moment, isn't it, Tim?
yeah, it is a bit. It is a
Yeah,
bit. Not
but
here,
it's
though.
stiff, but you still enjoy the loose chat. You know, like I've run into a couple of Kiwis over here that love the podcast, they love the relaxed vibe. So I reckon you're onto something. If nobody's linked to any team, Auckland FC. Unfortunately,
Here's what you do.
Boy,
I love Sydney.
Send
I
across
love
4
Sydney,
jerseys.
sorry, mate.
Yep.
We'll sit here and we'll wear Auckland FC.
Yeah, let's do that. When you guys get hot, so in the summer months, maybe if Ralph Lauren and Myer and that big industrial, illustrious sponsor that you've got currently, maybe if their budget runs out, then you could wear that just for one game.
Maybe we could stock Auckland FC's jerseys in Maya, hey?
Thou thinking. We should start a business.
Very good. Now, speaking of sponsors, there is one more sponsored segment that I need to get away. We've been going for a little while here. It is the Super Sizzler.
Super Sizzler, thanks to Beefeater.
And I know you are a big fan of this segment. As soon as you walked in, you said, is that where you guys do the Super Sizzler? Is that where you sit? Yeah. We do. So we pick somebody in the world of rugby for that round. Generally speaking, it is from the Superb Rugby, but it can come from anywhere if you'd like to take part. And then we send them a Beefeater to celebrate. Gitz, would you like to start us off?
I will start. So I'll go with some imaginary Beefeaters, and if they could be sent to Utah, just on the weekend, off the back of last week's pod where I was talking about, I was spraying one player, then another player came in and said, Gitz, love your pod. And I told him, go away, mate, just worry about rugby. Because we played that and got airtime, I was getting cuckoo and schmitted in throughout the game from all these players throughout the game from Utah, the opposition. As game's happening, I'm thinking, like, worry about the game. Anyway, one player in particular, Frank Lahore, came up to me. He wanted to kiss me in the bottom of a ruck. That was his thing. And I was almost like, what are you doing? And that was how he was going to get his mention. I never get in rucks, so no chance there. But what he did ask, he asked for a Beefeater. I told him, you need to play a lot better than you are to get a Beefeater. So there's his imaginary Beefeater. And also, it was Paul Mullen. He threw out a couple of Schmidt-ins in there as well. But mine's going to go to, the girls. The Sevens, Australian girls. They just won the Madrid Sevens. I think the semi-final could have been the first time they'd beaten New Zealand in 125 days or something like that. So to get over that hump, win the Madrid series, heading into the Olympics. So still cheering for the boys as well, but mine's going to the girls.
There you go.
Very good. Thank you, Gitz. Who would like to go next with the Superb
Sizzler?
Sizzler?
Do the girls have a Beefeater? Or?
Oh, sorry. How many Beefeaters do we need to send to the girls, and what are their addresses?
Well, I think 2 of them have Beefeaters, so we've got to send 10. The addresses I need to,
if you
we
could
might
get
have to
them.
check that out. Yep.
Thank you very much. We will be sending those Superb Sizzlers to them. Who would like to go next? You?
Well, you might as well send 11.
Ooh.
Because my sizzle goes to Tia Hines, Dolly, who converted the after-match bell winner in the semi-final against New Zealand. You know, it was from 5 in from touch. Like, tough kick. Gives the girls a chance, a crack in the big dance. And, the girls go on and win it. So
she gets 2?
She's getting 2.
She's involved.
Yeah, well, she gets the Beefeater, but then also the bar fridge.
She gets the bar fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send both.
Okay, fantastic.
Don't give her the couch, mate. We've got another.
Ali, do you have a Superb Sizzler? So you just got to pick someone from the world of rugby this week that deserves a barbecue for being awesome.
No, unfortunately, I can't. I haven't watched any rugby this week, but I will name my son.
Yep.
He did outstanding this week in his football tournament. He set up someone, but he did, at the end of the day, he finished the goal and he nuts the goalkeeper. So for you inexperienced or uneducated football people, nuts means goes through your leg with the ball, and he scored a goal. So he can have the
Is nuts short for the nutmeg?
Nutmeg, correct.
Yeah, right.
Correct. So
What's his name, Ali?
Kalani.
Very good.
Kalani. So he can have the...
What about top bins? Are
top
you
bins?
familiar
Yeah,
with
he
top
uses
bins
that
there,
one.
Ali?
Yeah, he uses that one. Top bins, right or left.
So my boys played each other. So my younger one plays the level up, and the younger one beat the oldest one 9-1.
Oof.
That was a pretty tough conversation, that one.
Yes, Kai.
Wouldn't have been a great dinner, that's for sure.
No.
Very good. And
Levi
obviously,
went without.
does your son have a Beefeater?
That thing?
Yeah. Has he got one?
Nah, but
we'll
we'll take
send him
one.
one. We'll send him one.
I'll leave without it.
I'll send him one.
Okay,
very good.
cheers. Appreciate it.
I'm going to go with Celesi Rayasi in his 50th Hurricanes hat-trick. Just looks good. Looks like he's got spiders on him. People can't bring him down. He's in some red hot form. But a little shout-out to Sekope Kepu. Christian Lealiifano also that's just wrapped up their careers over the weekend, finishing their last game with Moana Pacifica as well. So they've done some great things, not just for those teams, but the Brumbies, the Waratahs, the Wallabies, and the like as well. So well done to those boys. But Celeste gets the beefeater.
And does he have a...
He doesn't have a beefeater.
There you go. We will send him a beefeater. And my super sizzler is I'm going to go to Antoine Dupont.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
He loves a front runner, doesn't he?
Go the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Always.
Mate, what do you want me to do? I type into Google what happened in rugby this week. It comes up with Antoine Dupont. So I pick Antoine Dupont, Rookie of the Year in the Sevens. The French, they won in Madrid. He obviously won the European Champions Cup. There's nothing this man can't do.
Yeah, he looked good.
Get past the quarters.
But like World Cup. The impact he's had on the French team. No, but genuinely, like they were there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But since he's come in, they're genuine chances at the Olympics.
It was like 15 years ago that they won their last Sevens tournament.
Yeah, right.
And now they've won a couple this year.
Yeah.
It's in Paris.
But he's a freak. Like you look at what he does at Toulouse in that final.
Yeah.
Like hits breakdowns, does different things. His box kicks are like...
Oh, so now you are saying he does deserve a beefeater?
No, he always... Of course he deserved one. But what I'm saying is Prof chooses the most obvious one.
How would he have gone inside you? You wouldn't have liked it, would you? Wouldn't have got the ball.
Not long.
No, we would have worked all right. Easy.
But like you and Johnny, eh? He didn't pass you the ball much. Jeez, it used to get on your gears, wouldn't it? Why doesn't this prick just play like you guys and actually pass it? You know, there's other people on this team that can actually play the game. Shit, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know what? When Johnny left, we still won a title, didn't we?
Yeah, correct. You're
You know
right.
what I mean?
Actually. Who was 10 then?
Goit.
Oh, yeah, it was you. Well done, mate. Well done.
There you go. This is fantastic. All right, there it was. And you know what I'm going to do, because we obviously had an extra special guest. We normally do our NHL segment. I know that the whole of the Northern Hemisphere sits and waits every week for the NHLs. I'm going to say that was the NHLs as well.
Well, we covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, France win the Sevens.
We can quickly
men's.
just talk, very quickly, just Northampton obviously are playing Bath. That's the final this weekend. They were two great games. Northampton outplayed Saracens, and that Bath Sale was a cracker of a game.
Who you tipping, Goit, in the final?
Bro, I reckon Saints. Their attack looks pretty special. I know Bath but I know Bath, obviously Finn Russell, they're relying very heavily on him to have a man of the match performance every week. So I just think the Saints are more complete.
Is Courtney Law still playing for Saints?
He is. He's the captain.
Yeah, last one before he goes to... He's going to France,
champion,
is he? Yeah, Division 2.
I'm not his agent.
No, he is such a tough rooster, man.
Yeah.
He's been around for a long time. I hope he goes out on a positive note then.
Very good. You know,
that's my rugby chat for the whole podcast.
Very
Sorry,
good.
boys.
You fit in so
And it was shit.
It was shit, eh? But I was clutching at straws, mate. I read something the other day that it was his last game, and I was like, oh, well, I'll mention that here, boys. Good on you.
You fit in perfectly. It's very good. Great to have you, Ali. Great All Black to bring in.
There you go.
I can't wait for next year.
Bring an All Black to work.
Yeah. When you bring one in. Hey, we got to get to our second special guest, the one that was booked in for a while. I think he's on James O'Connor's Zoom, but that's fine. We'll get to
get caught up there, right? Gee, it's already curly with that name around me, please, lads.
Yeah, Ali's had some background.
I know. There is a note here. Don't bring him up.
Let's just say they weren't roommates; they were cellmates.
It was not a nice place. Great start here, lads.
Man. Anyway, here's Harry Wilson. No. Harry, what we like to do, Tommy writes an intro for our guests. I read it out, and then I can send you his home address if it's rude, and you can go around and hurt him. All right, everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Our guest this week on the Coco Show is the barrel-chested gun from Gunnedah. Although born in a blue state, this bloke bleeds the red for Queensland. With 12 caps for the Wallabies and more than 50 games for the Reds, this seriously round-faced wrecking ball, along with his best mate Fraser, are the future of Aussie rugby. Unlike his retreating hairline, this bloke's impact on the footy field doubles year on year, carrying the ball like ox, making the breakdown his bitch and very rarely falling off a tackle. Despite having an injured right wing at the moment, this fella has assured me that he is coping with rehab and that he has learnt to do all the necessary evils with his left side. That's good news. We'll get into that. So without any further ado, it is time to introduce this ambidextrous animal, the menace from Gregory's Terrace, a man with boulders for shoulders, and a Sharpie drawn six-pack. So please put your left hand together for the Russell Crowe, the Aussie back row. It is the one and only Mr. Harry Wilson. Tommy, very good.
Well
What
done.
an
Intro.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. That's a great intro.
Yeah. And
Any of that you're not particularly happy with?
No, I'll take it all, the good and the bad. It's part of it.
And just quickly, Tommy, you can never have a go at anybody's retreating hairline because yours is well and truly hiding. Harry, welcome, mate. Just I like to ask at the start, have you seen any of this show?
I've seen a few snippets here and there of it, and I've enjoyed it. Especially last week's one of Gitz getting into the LA Loosehead. One of my best mates, Dane Zanter. So I had a good giggle of that. Yeah. I rang him straight after it and asked, and he said, yeah, that was me.
Oh, mate. Yeah, he had plenty to say. You thought I lost my voice. I wonder how he was.
Seriously. Yeah, he's got some aggression, that's for sure.
Harry, mate, first off, we've got to ask, how is the injury? How is the wing going, mate? And how is the transition to the left hand?
Yeah, no, the injury's going well. About 3 weeks post surgery, so first injury on the right side of my body. So I have transitioned well to using the left side a bit more, but yeah, about halfway through rehab. So no, it's going well.
I mean, it is a thing, like because we all almost exclusively, I would imagine, if you're right-handed, wipe with your right hand. It's tough to go to your
Were you
left.
talking about wiping?
Yeah, I know. What are you
I was more,
wiping?
I was more thinking about the other technique.
Sorry, we digress.
Yeah. Well, Harry, I was going to ask, like, how are you as a spectator? Because obviously, you know, you're out there and you want to put yourself in under lights, you know, when the game is played. But how do you find it sitting in the stand knowing that you can't really have any impact on game day?
Yeah, no, I definitely struggle with that. I guess especially this time of the season when the games have a little bit more to them and going into finals. So, yeah, so haven't really enjoyed it so far, but I guess pretty excited for this week to watch the boys versus the Chiefs, obviously in a big quarter final where sure if we get the win, I'll be able to cope with it a little bit better.
Harry, congratulations with the win on the weekend, but also now going into finals time, what do you think of the messages this week from Kissy to the group and I guess the conversations amongst the group around going into finals time and taking on the Chiefs this weekend?
Yeah, I guess so far we've just reviewed our game against Waratahs and took a few learnings from there. And I guess like everyone knows, we know it's a completely different comp now in the finals, and I guess it's all down to the small margins. Where I guess this year we've lost a few games in tight affairs and won a few. So he's all about I guess this week just trying to do I guess all the 1%ers and just really enjoy the moment because obviously you don't always get to play in the final series. So I know Les has been pretty G'd up so far.
Ali, you've won a couple of these.
What, super titles?
Super titles.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, I have actually.
You won a few things. You won in 03 with the Blues and then you won in 08 with the Crusaders. Is there any words of wisdom you can impart onto Harry that he can hand on to the
I probably
Reds?
didn't contribute that much to any of the finals.
Well, I heard you contributed a lot in 08 down in the Crusaders. Andy Ellis had a lot of positive things to say. That
Shit, he's a good man, isn't
He's a good man.
He is a top bloke. I don't know, mate. I think it's one of those things that you've got all the excitement, you've got all the energy. It's just one of those elements that almost simplify. I think too many of us in finals footy, we try and complicate things, do some flash stuff, but we just simplify it and have fun out there. I think, before you know it, the occasion's gone, so just have some fun.
Gets you had one?
Harry, yeah, I do. I've got a bit of a delay here, so I'm going to get this is a two-part question. They're not linked. So the first one, where are you at? When will you be available to play? Obviously, everyone's eager to see you back on the field. How's that looking?
Yeah, no, it's been going well. Obviously, just with a snapped arm, I'm already back doing all my running and starting to do some gym on it this week, which is good. And I guess for me, I'm just working to put myself in a position to be available for the first Test match if I'm to get picked in the squad. But if not, I guess just try and be available for when Reds versus Wales at Suncorp Stadium, which is a bit later in July. So, yeah, I think I'll be available at the start of July to play some footy.
All right, lovely. And the second one is, have you ever been sexually attracted to a cartoon character? And if you have...
definitely not linked.
No, it wasn't a nice segue.
I did watch a bit of Simpsons growing up, so maybe Marge Simpson.
Huge! It's amazing.
Really?
That's big.
Mate,
That is big.
the things you could do with that hair.
You reckon? What about the voice? That'd throw me off.
Well, we should do around the
Always look
grounds
past
here.
that.
Round the grounds. So, Gits, obviously you and Corbs, and if you missed it, get on there and have a look. Brand new show, Bits with Gits, which was extra content. Gits filmed with Corbs during the week. It was very good, released on Friday. You guys spoke about this. What was Corbs's crush for a cartoon character?
The lady of Scooby-Doo, not the one with glasses.
Yeah,
Is it
Daphne.
Daphne. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Daff.
Yeah.
Gits, you?
Yeah, he was pretty keen on. I liked. It was from Teenage
April.
Ninja Mutant Turtles.
April.
April. That's who I was after.
Oh.
April. That's the one.
Lucky you got 3 other brains to help you out here, Chief. It would have been a real
'cause I did it a
stumble
while
there.
ago. Yeah.
Swoop?
Develop this crush early.
Mm-hmm.
First animation film I ever saw. Aladdin, Princess Jasmine.
Oh, yeah. She's got,
got that nice
Jasmine.
little...
Nice.
I can't say too much. I'm married anyway.
Ali, who's your...
We didn't have colour TVs back then, so I was just a Mickey Mouse type of guy. It's quite simple.
Oh, Mickey or Minnie?
No, what I said, Mickey.
Either way, it's
it doesn't
animal.
matter.
No, it's
fine.
someone, mate. Like, you know, I started off on a different path. And then I've come back. I've recorrected myself, mate. It's all good, mate. We go through these growth spurts, right?
Look, mine was Pocahontas.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I did a play in grade 6. I was only an extra. I wasn't front and centre of stage, but Pocahontas is mine.
What did you...
What was your role?
Yeah.
I think I just played one of the Indians.
Were you?
I don't know. My role was limited, but Pocahontas.
Mate, one of my most memorable roles on an act was a tree. And I just had to stand there, and I was like, "This is bullshit."
You're
man.
a good tree, though.
I've got a lot more to offer here, right? They didn't even give me anything to say because they thought I'd muck it up. And
Mate, you
everything.
pretty much played your whole career like a tree. Just planted in the
Just
field.
did nothing. I used to call when I got drunk and danced. I used to call myself the swaying tree, so it sort of stayed with me.
Yeah, there we go.
Man, it still has scars in you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then I was... I said before, I liked when... Bugs Bunny would dress up as a lady, but that was a joke. I'm going to go Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Out of somebody mentioned that.
Yep.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Sorry, Harry.
We digress.
Gits is good at this, just derailing what we're trying to do. Hey, so obviously you guys take on the Chiefs this week. No easy beats. We all know that. What sort of messaging would Les be doing during this week, getting you guys ready?
Mate, I just asked that question, Prof.
Would he give 2 sets of messages?
I forgot what I said the first time, so I don't want to say it again.
Look, in all honesty,
different.
I've worked with Swoop for a while now. I've stopped listening. That is absolutely...
Forget that. Harry.
I could come in. I'll save us.
Thank you,
No,
mate.
no.
Go
Let
for
me
it.
save us.
How do
Let
you
me
think you
save
can
us.
beat
Let me
that?
save us.
Okay, go, Swoop.
Okay.
Go, Swoop.
I want to know what's been your biggest gripe in rehab, because you know when you're injured, right? It sucks.
Yeah, it's tough.
Particularly with a busted wing or a shoulder, because that rehab and the training, you absolutely get flogged. See, if you kind of if you injure your lower body, at least you can kind of just stick it out in the gym.
Yeah, but then you're doing boxing. Or
Yeah, but that's
down.
all right. But getting flogged on the park,
Yeah.
when you've got something that's busted up upper body, it's genuinely
You got a question?
shit house.
Yeah, what's
anyway,
the
the question is, what have you hated about the rehab process?
I've probably actually enjoyed the running part because it means probably burning a few more calories.
Yeah, positive.
Which has probably helped me a little bit more on the weekends, but more just trying to do some right arm upper body when I've got a broken arm has been a bit annoying. They've found different ways to try and put some strength through it, which I haven't found too enjoyable. But it's never nice when you just know you're going to come in and get flogged every day.
They said because Craig Burden, when he got injured, he'd work hard on the other leg. Remember Craig?
Yeah, I remember
back in
Craig.
Toulon.
He didn't have a lot up there,
So
did he? He was a champion.
No, but he'd push. He did his left leg, so he'd push super hard on the right. I said, mate, you're going to get it super uneven. He said, no, it transfers 30%.
Yeah.
Is there any truth in that, you reckon?
Mate, did you see the way he threw a line-out ball in?
Yeah, but he
It was
never
skew
practiced
with
his line-out
90% of the time, mate. So I reckon he was definitely lopsided, that kid.
There you go.
Harry, what about the...
Anyway, what I'm saying is, right up.
We know what you're saying, mate.
Harry, you guys must be pretty confident though with the form you guys are in, taking into the quarterfinals. You've been over and beaten the Chiefs earlier on in the year. Can you take a bit from that?
Yeah, I guess Chiefs are probably the one New Zealand team we've have a pretty good record against over the past 4 or 5 years. So, yeah, the boys are definitely very confident. And we had them in the quarter over there last year and went down by a try. And I think we've come leaps and bounds from where we were this time last year. So there's definitely a lot of confidence in the camp. But we know, I guess, how good of a team they are. So we'll have to do a good job of shutting down D-Mac and co.
Harry, can I ask a stupid question? But how much do the Reds miss Brad Thorne and that voice and that inspiration? Because he was your coach for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Thorne was my only ever coach I had at Reds until Les this year.
Well, you can see your success then, mate. You've just skyrocketed since departing Brad Thorne's knowledge. Because it would have been tough coach to listen to, wouldn't it? He was worse than you last week.
If you could start, bench, or cut one, Brad Thorne, Les Kiss, Joe Schmidt.
Ooh.
Yes. Well, two of them. Well, one of them is my current Reds coach, and another one I'd love to be coached by in the future. So, I think that kind of says it all without incriminating myself in any way.
Yeah, who are you starting?
We need an answer.
Yeah.
I'm starting Les.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I'm benching. Wait, what's it? Start, bench, and cut.
Yeah.
I'm benching Joe, and I'm probably cutting Thorny. Yeah.
Mate, that's good. Preservation, looking ahead. I like it.
I know if Schmitty will like that. Hey, mate, I just want to talk to you about your rehab and what the rehab process. I'm kidding, Swoop. I'm not asking about rehab. It's all right, mate. Hey, let's look forward to the Wallabies season. We're all very excited about it. As you know, our catchphrase on here is Schmitted in. You guys obviously take on Wales, you take on Georgia, but one that we always look forward to every year, just as Drew coughs up a lung. You're all good, Drew?
Yeah. Sorry, my beard just went down. Wrong way.
That's okay.
That's all right.
So obviously,
much fruit.
you take on
for the Georgian. Can you tell us about it? Remember that prop we had? He had the big hairy bum who was always right next to you.
Levan Chilatama.
Oh yeah, can you remember that guy? He loved Drew, didn't he?
I've got his, you'd walk in for your locker, the photo of him.
Yeah.
He gave it to me before I left Toulon. I've still got it in where I've got my undies.
Sorry, you go. I just
Where
coughed.
were you, Prof? Where were you, Prof?
So here's
Wallabies.
where I was. We're going to take on Wales, Georgia, put them to the sword. Obviously, then the Pumas, Los Pumas, and then the Springboks will smash them. Then we come up against the All Blacks. Now, there is a man here that played for the All Blacks, won World Cups. I'm wondering, Ali, if you could tell us how we beat the All Blacks, if you can tell Harry. Just 2 to 3 points would be fine.
Score more points than them.
Yeah.
Smile at the haka and play at home.
If we do that, we'll win.
If you did that, you'll win.
Can Harry do that this weekend against the Chiefs?
Well, he's not playing, so it's going to be
Is this
right.
They're not playing at home. There won't be a haka. Mate, what about this year? Like the form you're in before you broke your arm was absolutely outstanding. We've spoken about your rehab in terms of physically, what you're trying to get in terms of cardio and your right hand, strengthening that back up. But what are you doing in terms of your game so that when you do come back in, whether it be the Wales Test or the Queensland Reds versus Wales, that you can kind of almost try and pick up where you left off, like little bits of tape or footage or little skill things that you feel like you can do?
Yeah, well, I guess for me at the moment, it's just trying to do as much leg power work I can do because it's only going to help me on the field and just still every meeting, try and take my learnings from it and just keep working on, I guess, my skills now that I can start to sort of use my right hand a bit more where that's sort of something I tried to have tried to do a little bit more this year, use my hands, use my skills, and I know the more I can do that, the more it puts me in a better spot. So just using it to, I guess, refresh the body a little bit and then hopefully have a good second half of the year in footy.
Harry, just touching on what Drew mentioned before about your form before you got injured, was there something at the start of the season or late last year that kind of had a big influence on your form throughout the Super Rugby, in terms of was it a focus point in your game or was it a conversation you had with the coach? I mean, because I guess when you look back when you reflect back on, performances throughout years and seasons, there's always something at the start of the season that is the biggest contributing factor. Is there something there that's helped you kind of get to the form you've been in?
I guess probably just the confidence the coaches have had in me this year, especially I guess Les. He's been really big on going out there and backing your skills and just going out there being yourself with as long as it's I guess positive for the team and sort of I guess knowing that he knows I might stuff up here or there, but he won't won't really mind as long as I know it's the right thing for the team, and that's the sort of I guess confidence he had in me, which I really enjoyed, and I thought it definitely had helped with my form. I guess before the injury.
There's a teammate of yours at the Reds that we absolutely love on this show. He's in our Wallabies halfway 15, and we want him on the show. We think he'll come on soon. We like the vibe. The Junkyard Dog, Tim Ryan. Can you tell us about him in and amongst the team? Is he a good teammate?
Yeah, Tim's the best. I got to play a bit of footy with him last year for brothers, and then the way he's sort of coming this year has been awesome. He's a confidence footy player. He's very quiet off the field, but once you get him a beer or two into him, he opens up quite a bit. So he's
swoopy.
We could see a little special there.
Oh.
Swoop and Junkyard Dog.
That'd be good.
Hey?
Just peeling
1G
away.
taking on the double G. What do you reckon?
Wouldn't that
Under
be
the
good?
wing.
Under the wing. We'll wait
What
until
I
the
was going to
season's
ask,
finished.
Harry, is if you had a choice to be 15% better looking or 50% smarter, what would you go?
I'm going to take the 15% better looking. To be honest, might help me out a bit. I don't really, not smart as it is. I don't really want to get any smarter anyway. So that's why I play
So
footy.
if you took the 15%, what would that take you to?
Around about where Prof is.
16.
Oh, yeah.
16%.
Yeah. High 80s. I get it. Yeah. You're hot.
Prof, also known as bottom of the barrel.
Fuck off. Look how I dressed today. Look at this. $1 million. Hey, Harry, all that's left to do is the quiz, mate. How much time you got for us?
5 minutes.
Yeah, got a little bit of time.
Beauty.
5 minutes.
Ali, I know you're a big fan of the show,
Yeah,
but how it
big
works.
fan, big fan.
You guys compete against each other, and then Harry reveals the answer. The quiz is written by Tom. Any and all complaints go towards Tom.
I've got a really
And
good feeling about
the
this.
theme, is it Queensland or is it Harry?
The theme of the quiz today is Harry Wilson,
Oh,
who
nice.
is also our special guest. Sorry, you had something to say there?
I've got a really good feeling about this one.
Swoop's got a good feeling.
He lost last week.
Question number 1. Harry attended ACU to get a degree away from footy. What degree did Harry study? Was it A, sports management, B, accounting, C, PE teaching, D, mindfulness and meditation under Professor Les Kiss? Who wants to go first, Gits?
What's that, sorry?
Would you like to go first?
Can you just go through? Sorry, can
No,
you go through the
I
answers?
don't want to.
Okay, terrific.
I'll
A,
go sports management.
B, you're going sports management?
Yep.
B, accounting, C, PE teacher, D, mindfulness and meditation.
Yeah, sports management.
Sports management?
A.
B, PE teacher.
PE teacher,
I
yeah.
don't think ACU run PE teaching, so I want to go sports management.
Sports management. And for you, Guts?
For guts, I'm going to go with Ali.
teaching.
Harry.
PE teaching.
Yeah,
Oh, ding,
good.
ding, ding. There
Which
we
I
go.
completed
You're
2
kidding.
subjects of before dropping out.
How many?
2.
Wow.
What do they
How
teach
many? How many
PE
are you supposed
teachers?
to have?
I don't know, maybe 30 odd or something.
What was the degree? PE teaching.
Maybe I should have taken 50% more brain.
What do they teach you? Is it like how to use a whistle and a stopwatch? What are they teaching PE
I did-
teachers?
I did 2 subjects. I don't know.
Okay, terrific.
Easy, Prof. Easy. My brother's a teacher. He does more than a whistle. He puts down cones.
Mate, he brushed teaching to be the Raiders assistant coach under Ricky Stewart.
Oh, mate, they're doing all right, the
Yeah,
Raiders.
just under the table to Ricky.
Question number 2. We all know that Harry is from Gunnedah in northern New South Wales. Who on this list is not a famous Gunnedarian? A, Miranda Kerr. B, Tom Gleeson. C, Gordon Bray. Or D, Dick Smith. It's the person who is not from Gunnedah. Who would like to go first? Ali? Do you know any of those people?
No. Didn't you sleep with that
Whoa.
Miranda Kerr?
No.
I'm glad he said Miranda Kerr then.
The only reason you sleep with most
Oh, come
famous
on,
people,
mate.
don't you? I'm just asking a question. I've been out of the
No,
loop
that's
for a
fair,
while.
mate.
I don't have
Yes.
reception in New
They
Zealand.
sleep with me.
Yes. My boy.
Swoop. Miranda Kerr, Tom Gleeson, Gordon Bray, Dick Smith.
Dick Smith.
Okay. Ali?
I just went.
Miranda Kerr.
Oh, my hands are all sweaty for some reason.
Are you holding my hand still?
I'm going to go Tom Gleeson.
Tom Gleeson. And you, Gits.
Gordon Bray.
Okay, Harry.
The only person I know who is from Gunnedah is Miranda Kerr. So
Okay,
that's what
well,
I've got for you.
here's exciting for you, Harry. You could also meet Tom Gleeson and Gordon Bray there because it's Dick Smith.
Dick Smith.
Who is not. Congratulations.
There you go.
That is, I don't know the scores. What nickname
Where's
have the
Dick
Reds
from?
fans
He's from
given?
Gundagai.
Maybe Gunda Windy.
Yeah, we're making it up. Keep
One of
going.
them. What nickname have the Reds fans given the best mate partnership of Fraser McWright and Harry Wilson? The Bash Brothers, the Run It Straight Ratbags, the Reds Rascals, or Mr. and Mr. Mischief?
Ooh.
Gee.
I'll
Not
go
very
the
good
Reds
nickname.
Rascals.
Reds Rascals, Gits,
What was the first one?
the Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
Bash Brothers,
Run it straight.
Run It Straight, and
I like Run It Straight.
Run It Straight, a ding 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 guts. Congratulations.
Well,
sorry, Harry, what's the answer?
Yeah, what is the answer? I'm not too sure.
The Bash Brothers, a ding
Bash
ding
Brothers,
ding.
nice.
Well done, guts. Has anybody got a score check?
Yeah,
Gets
Gets
two.
is two. Gets is leading. Thank you.
He has to say it. It's protocol.
I think the first one I was on.
No, I don't think you did.
No, you didn't. No, it's just me and Guts.
Question 4. After the first 4 rounds of the Super Rugby season, what facet of the game statistically were Fraser and Harry joint leaders in? Was it A, charge downs, B, post-contact meters, C, try assists, or D, made tackles?
I'm going to go try assists.
Gits,
Yeah, I'm sticking with Bev.
try assists. Ali,
Tackle.
tackles.
Tackles.
A ding ding ding.
Mate.
Harry, how are you? What's the answer? He wouldn't. How would he know his stats, Harry?
That's 16%.
I think it was try assist.
Yes.
Well done, Harry. A ding ding
Yeah,
ding.
which is a great, phenomenal
Oh,
stat
absolutely.
from a back row.
Bevan Gits. Gits. Has he got an unassailable lead? Yeah.
Well,
We'll do
you'd
question
say
5. Double points, boys.
Sure, double points.
No, we don't do that.
Let's do this. Anybody in studio, double points.
Yeah.
All right. During COVID in 2020, what did Harry and his family do to pass the time on day 42 of the lockdown? Ooh. A, recreated the best scenes from Castaway, all pretending to be Wilson. B, rewatched the 2014 NRL Grand Final. C, learnt how to shear sheep. Or D, tried to convince Harry to go to Ashley and Martin. Tommy, you are punchy.
Jesus, Tommy. Tommy would have hated these questions himself. I think it's the 2014 Grand
2014 Grand Final.
Yeah, NRL Grand Final.
Oh, it's definitely share a sheep, mate.
Share a sheep.
You're going places.
Sharing a sheep. Harry?
2014 Grand Final.
Yeah. Well, which team do you support, Harry? You're staunch South or something, are you?
Yeah, Rabbits.
Rabbit, geez, they're in some
Who's
strife at the
your,
moment.
what about State of Origin? Who do you go for?
Queensland?
Oh.
I feel like he just had to
Whoever
say
wins.
that because Jimmy Tucker's over his shoulder.
Proud Queenslander, mate.
See,
Yeah,
Drew-
but I
Drew
just
was the
don't really
same.
watch it. It's the other code.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, it is.
Only in COVID when you got nothing else to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hey, Harry,
very
thanks
good.
for coming on, mate. We know you got to go. Your time is up. You put up with us and you survived.
Thanks, Harry.
Please wish all the boys good luck this weekend against the Chiefs.
Beautiful.
all the
Thanks
best.
for having me, guys.
Great guest.
Wilson.
Wilson. Good luck to the Reds. We're coming to the close of our show. We actually, you know what, we haven't touched on, we're going to touch on this very quickly, the quarterfinals that are happening in the Superb Rugby this week. Can you boys just give me a quick who's going to win each quarterfinal? Very quickly, I've got them right here. Chiefs v Reds. That is on Friday night. Let's go swoop.
Reds.
Chiefs.
Reds.
Gets.
Reds.
Hurricanes Rebels. Swoop.
Canes.
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 Yeah, Canes.
This is Saturday at 5:05. Blues v Drua.
Blues.
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 Drew.
Blues, I said.
Yeah, I know, but even if you believe that,
No,
they do hate you.
okay, I'll put a foot in both camps. I'll say Bluer.
Gets.
Blues, 100%.
Brumbies v Highlanders.
Brahms, of course.
Oh,
Love the Brahms.
What do you mean, of course? You've been death riding them all
Brahms
year.
will probably win it.
Where's it played?
Yeah, Canberra.
Brumbies.
Gets.
Brumbies.
So we're going to have the Brums and Reds through to the semis.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and
Mate,
they're
the
on
Chiefs
opposite
are
sides.
not gonna
So
lose that at home.
You don't reckon?
No way.
who's going to win the whole thing, Ali? Let's ask you. We've asked these boys.
Blues.
Are you still sticking with your Reds?
Yeah, I'll still stick.
You're
I'm
sticking with
Blues.
your Blues.
I've been Blues for a number of weeks now.
You have. And you're sticking with your Brums. Scoot?
Yep.
Beautiful. Yep. Okay. Hey, we need to close this show out.
These boys love their code, though.
They do love their code.
Swoops maybe not as much as
you know what it
these
is?
two
You
rugby
blokes,
Northers here.
Kiwi boys, right? They call it code.
Yeah.
We just say talk footy, but
Code,
the terminology is code.
Code, yeah.
You always say that an Aussie loves talking code. We hate talking code.
Mate, these two don't.
You blokes live, breathe,
No, the
sweat,
only
fuck code.
Exactly. It's the only way you can relate to these morons. You say, "Oh, we're talking about going down the shops, can't relate," and then you like line out, and they're like, "What?" Well, you have to talk.
You see why they get you on for the show. 1 second of a decent humour. It's bloody worth it, though. That was good, mate. That was bloody good. Can relate to us.
Mate, at Toulon, the circle around breakfast table will be mad. No Kiwi turns up. Then we start talking line-outs. As soon as you or Mussy, like, we love it. Makes us sick.
Very good. Very, very good. All right, hey, Friday is bonus content. We will do the debate the top 8. Who won the top 8, Ali? They did a month to go. They picked their top 8, and we said who gets the closest wins. And was there a punishment at the end?
There will be.
There will be. So on Friday, keep an eye out for this. It will be the boys debating the top 8. We'll see who won, who got closest. All right, just a reminder on where you can find us. It is all housed in one area now. You met our English friend Ollie before. It is all on www.kickoffsandkickons.com. You can find everything there. You can find our socials. You can find our episodes. You can find the
merch.
audio. You can find, and most importantly, our merch. Have you got one there? Can you just
Yeah, I
under
do.
your arm there?
Yep.
So these brand new Wallaby Gold shirts are available. You got the on the front Schmitted in, the original with Joe Schmidt, or again, you can get it on the back with him between the posts. As endorsed and worn by Ali Williams at the State of Origin on Wednesday, the 5th of June. Yes, Ali.
Yep. No
for the entire game. And when he are you going to streak in it? Or?
Oh, no. Streaking sensitive at the moment.
At the moment.
Well, normally I'm comfortable nude, but at the moment I'm not that comfortable. I've developed an extra guts just floating around, all that sort of stuff.
Maybe you could have a chat to Swoop.
It's quite hard, isn't it? You look in the mirror and you're like, how the fuck am I going to get motivated for the day? It's not great.
Pod perfectly. Magic. Also, what we didn't mention before, we are doing a live show. Before we do that, the merch is pre-order. So if you order the shirt and you're like, where the fuck is this thing? It's because we still have to make it. You click on the button, then one of us has to make it, and then we send it to you. So it might be a couple of weeks. Don't strop
How
up.
many available?
How many? Infinite.
Well, that's why we pre-order Swoop.
Yep, fair enough.
So we know how many to make.
Infinite. We want, in my head, I'm watching that first game against Wales, every single person seated at
I'd
Allianz.
like it to be exclusive, but sure, let's just sell shitloads and make heaps of money. That's a good idea.
Oh, sorry, it's
there
only
you
on sale for 10 days.
There's a catch, boys. There's a catch.
That's where I was going.
Share the link with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So you don't have to be the only one wearing it.
Very good.
No, I'm happy to be the only one.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm happy.
Very good. Also, there is a live show coming up. We are going to do Australia v Georgia on the 20th of July in the Rugby Lounge. Get on there, have a look. There are live tickets.
It's the first I've heard of it. What are we doing?
It's not recorded. It's a bit of song and dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's at Allianz, is it? In Sydney?
Allianz.
So
Yeah.
when it's not
Probably should throw out the location if it's a live show.
I just said that, Allianz in Sydney.
No, you didn't.
I did at Allianz.
The show's
You just
going to be a
said
Play the
shambles.
fucking
I like
tape back, Hugo.
You just
Hey, by the way, Hugo will be coming and singing a bit of Les Mis and a bit of Guys and Dolls. So all of you...
So it's not recorded.
No, it's not recorded. Hugo.
Swoop, this is you.
Hugo Johnstone Burt will be also singing there. That is a given.
Do you buy tickets? You obviously buy tickets for it.
You purchase tickets.
Yeah,
Which will be on the website.
It'll be on the website. Go
as
on
well.
there. And
What's the website again? www.kickoffs.com. And
I
love how you guys are going international with .com, not
Yeah.
.co.
they like,
.au.
NHLs. They love us in the Northern Hemisphere.
Mate, you guys are big, boys.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you all
and
the success.
we've just heard that there will be a couple of Auckland FC players showing up. Your two favourite players.
There we go.
Striker and the
It'll be their
keeper.
first two signings.
We've got to sign them first, boys.
They will. Matt Giddo.
And the keeper.
Both be showing up. Also, just a reminder, a big thank you to Polo, Ralph Lauren. They are our major sponsors. We popped along and we got this kit. It's absolutely outstanding.
I like it.
The durability of the cotton. I have to say, I couldn't see you in anything other than a turtleneck now.
This could be me.
I think it's all you. And I do love the cricket sweater on you, mate.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
see
not
it.
much of a cricket player, but geez, I look good as a
do.
cricket player.
Ooh, could see it first or second
And
slip in that.
no sandpaper in these chinos.
Mate, it's still too raw. You can't. Good gag, though. Yes, and of course, everything you've seen today is available at your local Myer store or online at myer.com.au. Massive thanks to Harry Wilson for coming on. Another massive thanks to Gitz for tuning in again from San Diego. And to you, Biv, for bringing him. Ali Williams.
Yeah, he was just at a loose end today in the CBD of Sydney. I thought, mate, get under this wing. Come in here and...
It's always good to be on the coattails of you clowns.
Yeah.
That's good fun. You don't know where it's going to go, eh? But I always walk out smiling and enjoying life.
So what are you doing over the next couple of days?
Just lurking around.
couple of twos in town.
Yeah, keep me posted.
Roger that.
You know what?
Just ready to push the boat out. It's been a week since Positano.
Yeah, getting a bit edgy.
Bit of Ali
Wrap it
Williams,
up, Prof, would ya?
Bit of Ali Williams watch. If you're in Sydney and
Yeah.
you're...
No.
Get a photo with Ali and send it into our socials.
Yeah.
Kick-offs, kick-ons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you get a
Holiday
photo
Ali.
with the tree, send it in.
Especially if you're at the State of Origin. He's wearing the Schmidt in shirt.
Yes.
That's
Actually,
a good
let's
one.
put something together there.
That's a good one.
Whoever can find him, get the photo, send us first.
We'll maybe send a shirt out to him.
Yep.
Love it.
Bang.
First photo, Ali Williams at the Origin in the Kickoffs and Kick-On shirt. Brilliant. Send it in. All right, hey, that's the end of the show. Thank you very much, gents. Thank you, everybody. All that's left to do, Biv. Cuckoo! Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.